though. But does finish him off. Gets 2. Gets 3. What a hit that hits him 65%. Wow! And does it go in? It goes in! It goes in!
The wide swing by 1, 2, 4, 1, 5, 4, none!
Good evening, Bio Nation. I hope you're doing well tonight. My name is Matt Williamson, and you are watching Marietta College Esports. So tonight, we have the final regular season Overwatch match as the Pioneers will be going up against Saginaw Valley State University in the NECC. But this is a critical match for the Pioneers because there are playoff implications. If the Pioneers win 3-0 in this game, they are guaranteed to move on to the regional division playoffs next week. If they still win and they don't 3-0, then it gets a little wonky because the fate of the Pioneers is no longer in their hands. It's going to come down to how some of the other teams do and what their win-loss records would be for their match tonight. We got everyone in the lobby, so we should be starting up really soon. So I'm going to go over a couple things. So first of all, who's going to be playing in tonight's match? And I'm just going to go down the line. At Tank, we're going to have freshman Caleb Schilling Mamba playing. At DPS, we're going to have sophomore Zachary Simpson's OP Knees. And we're going to have freshman Colin Gladden TK Nuck starting. We also have freshman Braden Wilson Style Vessel, who may be coming in during some of the maps. And at support, we have playing tonight freshman Miguel Saez Ortiz Lunar Ghost and junior Eric Snake Juggernaut. And of course, we have our coaches, head coach Derek Games Grump, and our Overwatch coach Bailey Matheny Argo. But all right, like I said, this is going to be a critical match for the Pioneers. 3-0, guaranteed to move on. But all right, let me go over a few announcements. So, of course, we're always looking for more students for... That's the wrong button. There's the right button. Of course, we're always looking for more students for our esports program. We have our varsity titles in Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Rocket League, Super Smash Bros., and Valorant. We have our facility here on campus. We have coaches for several of our teams, including our Overwatch coach, Argo. We have opportunities for students to be involved in our program, and there are scholarships available for incoming students, so high school seniors or college transfers. So for more information about that, you can go to our link tree, linktr.ee/Marietta Esports. It has links to all of our social media channels. It has links to our tryout forms. It has all sorts of information, so definitely go check that out. As we mentioned, we do have the tryouts available. So if you are a high school senior or a college transfer, we can offer a tryout to receive a scholarship to play esports at Marietta College. We have in-person tryouts and online tryouts. Our next in-person tryout will not be until 2025, so it's going to be a little ways away, but we do have online tryouts that are available at any time. It's just when you fill out the information, our recruitment inquiry form or tryout form, just make sure that you specify the online option, and then we'll reach out to you to find a time that works best for you. As for scheduling, I don't have a graphic for it just yet, but we did say earlier this week that our Valorant team advanced to the playoffs. Our Rainbow Six team did qualify for the playoffs after their win a couple days ago, and of course, Fortnite has moved on. So we're still finalizing when some of those are. We know that Valorant will be playing against Morningside University at 8:30 p.m. on Monday. We know that Rainbow Six will be playing against Lawrence Tech University on Wednesday. We just don't know the time yet. And Fortnite won't play for a couple of weeks. But last thing I'll mention here, because I think we're going to be starting really soon, is just thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your followers. We are almost 800 followers, so really close to hitting that milestone. So if you have not followed our Twitch channel, this would be a good time to do so. But thank you for subscribing to our channel as well. It is one of the main ways that we generate revenue to help support our players and our program. But of course, if you're not able to pay for a subscription, that's perfectly fine. It's completely free to watch. We have our VODs on Twitch and our VODs on YouTube as well. So you can check them out at no cost to you. But of course, if you have Amazon Prime, there is Prime Gaming, which is a way that you can support our program at no additional cost to you. You just got to connect your Twitch and Amazon Prime accounts. That gives you Prime Gaming, which means if you go to our Twitch channel and you click on subscribe, instead of having to put in any payment information, there's this checkbox that says use my Prime Gaming sub, and that will allow you to subscribe at no additional cost to you. You get the benefits such as the emotes on your screen at no additional cost to you, and we get the revenue of the program at no additional cost to you. But all right, so looks like we're getting everyone in the lobby, and it looks like we're going to be getting things set up right away. The first map is going to be Control, and I've just been told that Legion Tower has been banned. So the way that works in ACC is the away team can ban a map from the Control map pool. So then Marietta will have to decide which map that they're going to be doing. So they're unfortunately not going to be playing Legion Tower. Pretty popular Control map for several teams. But it looks like it's going to be Antarctic Peninsula for this first map here. So we should be getting their ready checks real soon. As a reminder, I'm probably going to say this multiple times. If the Pioneers win this 3-0, they are guaranteed to move on to the playoffs. If they 3-1 or 3-2, they still could move on, but it's going to depend on some of the other matches. And depending on what the map differential is in that case. And we are getting things started up, so let's go ahead and get into the game. So here we go. As the announcer said, it is Antarctic Peninsula, it is Control. So of course, the Pioneers want to control this part of the map. And we'll see what composition the Pioneers decide to go with for this. I mean, we've seen a variety of things. We've seen Reinhardt compositions. We've seen Sigma compositions. We've seen Junker Queen compositions. So we've seen it all. We haven't seen a lot of dive, but we might see dive for all we know. So we'll take a look here in just a couple seconds to see what the teams are going to be going with. And by the way, just so everyone is aware, it is going to be a 3-minute stream delay. That's just to help with preserving competitive integrity. So what you're seeing happened 3 minutes ago. Looks like you're going to have, Maria's going to go with the Ramatra setup as tank. OPD is going to be on the May. TK Nuck was going to be on Venture, going to swap to Reaper. And actually, OP Knees is going to swap to Cassidy. And TK Nuck is going to go with the May instead. Ekin Lunar will be on the Juno. And Juggernaut will be on Baptiste. But we are getting things underway here. An interesting composition coming out for Saginaw Valley State. It looks like it's going to be a dive composition with the Winston Tracer and Reaper. Winston's going to be diving right in, and they're going to try to push him back. And OP Knees already takes down one. See if he can find more. Gets a second, takes down both supports. And now going to be working on that Winston. Gets him down too. Mamba gets the kill. Meanwhile, we see Saginaw Valley State trying to go after the supports, but Naz is going to end up falling, and Marietta does capture the point first. But now they're going to be pushing forward, trying to buy as much space as possible. And they're just going to try to keep him off the platform as much as possible. That raid form is not going to keep Snoopy Doopy up for much longer. He ends up going down. See, Ekin Lunar keeping everyone up. OP Knees is going to take down Naz. And meanwhile, we're going to see Mamba just kind of throwing hands there, and several picks left and right. Marietta is now at 35%, and they're just keeping Saginaw Valley State back at their spawn point. Not much that they can do. But Marietta's going to have to just keep an eye to make sure that no one is kind of rotating around or trying to. So we see Tracer right there trying to rotate it back to contest the point. We see OP Knees and TK Nug falling back to keep this under control. Naz is very low in health. OP Knees going to have Deadeye available, looking to make a play. Does not get anyone in the process, but going to be looking to finish off the auto, and actually ends up falling himself. But now we see Mamba popping that ultimate, doing a bunch of damage. Juggernaut's going to end up falling, and Saginaw Valley State's trying to contest, but Mamba with the 3K actually gets the 4th, just punching that Reaper in the face. And the Pioneers are performing very well at this point, already at 83%. We do see that Death Blossom is ready for Saginaw Valley. Marietta has 2 supports and the Blizzard ready from TK Nuck. We might see that popping up here on this fight. It's at 95%. Here comes the Maywall. And here comes that Blizzard, but a huge play there by Saginaw Valley State. And it is a team kill for them, and they will take the points. That's just a really good play by Saginaw Valley State. I think the Pioneers were left surprised by that. So using the Orisa ult to pull everyone in, and then, yeah, pull everyone in, and then using Death Blossom to just finish them off. It looks like we're having a little bit of camera issues from Juggernaut. We'll see if we can get that fixed in the next map. But OP Knees already taking down the Juno. And we're going to see the Orisa has gone down, and Marietta is going to start pushing Saginaw Valley State back, and they will be capturing the point. It is in overtime because they did have it to 99%. OP Knees and Mamba already taking down a couple more, and Marietta secures that first round. So a great performance there by the Pioneers. So now we'll see, are they going to keep up with that composition, or are they going to change things up? But it looks like they're going to stick with the same composition, knowing that worked pretty well. Saginaw Valley State is going to be changing things up, realizing it did not work as they would like. It looks like they're going to go with the Sigma comp with a Zenyatta and Lifeweaver support combination. Sorry, I can't talk. And Naz and Superdog will go on the Bastion and Soldier 76 respectively. But Pioneers will be charging in and already trying to get some damage out onto the team. Throws out that shield to get some damage going. TK Nuck looking for those picks from a distance. Going to take a little bit of damage. Gets hit by the orb from Zenyatta. OP Knees is going to try to get some damage, but Ekin Looter is going to take down one. TK Nuck gets the other. Immortality Field does fall. Trying to take down that Sigma. Not going to get him. Lifeweaver is going to be jumping up, but Marietta right now is in control of the control point. And Marietta will capture the point first. We do see Mamba getting into the play here, trying to put some pressure onto him, just punching left, right. OP Knees takes down two for the Pioneers, and they are pushing Saginaw Valley State back. So they're going to fall back a little bit. Control points already at 22%. And we're going to see Mamba just about has his ultimate online. So is OP Knees, just looking to try to get some damage out. And we do see Saginaw Valley State falling down. And Deadeye is online if OP Knees wants to use it. They call out for the Zenyatta. And here comes Deadeye. And gets some damage out, but not enough to finish him off. Mamba popping the ultimate, but not getting a lot of value from it. We see the Lifeweaver ult came out at the nick of time to keep them alive. And now we see Saginaw Valley State fighting back, and Marietta is going to be forced to retreat. Saginaw Valley State does capture the point, but Marietta does get to 57%. So they're going to regroup, but Saginaw Valley has 3 ultimates ready. Marietta has 1, almost 2, almost 3 actually. I stand corrected. Now we do see that Blizzard's about to be online. We'll see if TK Nuck decides to pop it in this next fight. But right now there's a lot of poke coming out from Saginaw Valley State. Ekent Lunar throws out the ring. There's the Blizzard using the ice block as well to stay alive. Zenyatta popping his heel, but it's not going to be enough to keep the Bastion up. But OP Knees is going to end up falling. So now the Sigma ult's coming out. Ekent Lunar is going to be popping that giant beam to try to keep everyone alive. I don't know what it's called. A Tactical Advisor comes out. Juggernaut's going to end up falling. And so far, Saginaw Valley State is holding. They are going to tie up and almost take the lead. Mamba does get a pick there at the last second, but Marietta is going to be forced to retreat. But now Saginaw Valley State is taking the lead in on this control point. Marietta is going to have to regroup. They might be getting a little overconfident, getting a lot of damage onto that Life Weaver. You see the Sigma trying to get some damage out there. But now Marietta is kind of on the back foot. Points now at 77. Marietta is going to be jumping in. Here comes that amplification matrix, but an artillery shell is coming out. Can Marietta survive? OP Knees gets taken out, so does Ekent Lunar. Naz ends up kind of SDing there. And here comes the ultimate from Mamba, trying to go in and do a bunch of AoE damage, but he's taking so much damage there. He's going to end up going down. OP Knees going to swap to the Tracer, and it's an overtime. And right now, Marietta is struggling, and the round is going to go to Saginaw Valley State. So we're seeing Saginaw Valley really stepped up there. They found a composition that Marietta just was not able to adjust to. Argo is going to be using one of the timeouts. So as a reminder, the team is able to have up to 5 minutes for timeouts in 1 minute increments. So what Argo kind of likes to do is call a 1 minute timeout per map. So he's going to use that timeout to go over things with the team. But what we're really seeing there is Saginaw Valley is going straight for OP Knees. They know that he's making a lot of plays. So by taking him out of the equation, that's really putting the Pioneers at a disadvantage. So Marietta needs to find a way to make sure that OP Knees stays alive to do the damage he needs to. And that Life Weaver is doing a lot of healing. So Marietta needs to find a way to get through the healing from that Life Weaver. So that minute should be up very soon. We don't really have a stopwatch necessarily to keep track of the time here. But they're just going to be kind of talking over some things. I'd say it's been about a minute, so we should be starting up any second. Still waiting here. Okay, I think they're good at this point. All right, so they're going to unpause, and so the timeout is over. So we'll see. Looks like OP they're going to be swapping out the composition, going with Ash and May. Mamba going to go with the Wrecking Ball. So actually, they're going to go with the Sigma instead to find an answer for the challenge they had there, because Marietta needs a 3-0 to guarantee playoffs, so they gotta win this round right here. So they are going to be rushing in, and I think we lost the audio from that pause, or at least the music. We hear the sound effects, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Going to be throwing out the shield there. They're already trying to get that Sigma down to half health. But they gotta keep OP Knees alive. That's where a big source of their damage is. OP Knees getting some damage out there. TK Nug on the Venture. And I honestly don't remember Venture's toolkit. One of the newer DPS in Overwatch. Marietta does capture the point first. They spot out Soldier 76. Ekent Lunar just trying to keep everyone alive. OP Knees getting pretty low. He's gonna get topped off. And we're going to see the Bastion does end up falling, so that's going to be Marietta's opportunity to move forward. We see Sigma coming in, taking down the Zenyatta, using that flower to try to get away, but OP Knees does end up taking him down. And they also get the pick onto... Oh yeah, and using that to get back up, but oh, that was a fail there from Mamba, but he's going to be fine. So Marietta gets the point to 32%. Going to take out that platform. Dynamite comes out, doesn't catch anyone, so that tells the team that's not where they're coming from. But they are going to be spotted. Trying to utilize that barrier, and we see that Graviton Flux is going to be ready. Goes for the stun, does connect with one. And that Zenyatta is actually pretty low on health, but TK Nuck does get taken down. Here comes that Flux. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, gonna throw out that Diamond, and here comes the Bob from OP Knees. And we're even seeing that Flower coming out. OP Knees trying to do a 1v1 against the Soldier, trying to keep the point contested. And Bob does get taken out. And Saginaw Valley State does take the point. Marietta gets it to 72. The supports do get taken down, so Marietta needs to regroup. They do have one ultimate available, actually almost two. But they gotta be careful here not to take excessive damage. Okay, so they're gonna be grouped up. There comes the beam. Gonna be looking to try to get some damage onto everyone, but the Zenyatta ultimate is coming out. Juggernaut does end up falling though. OP Knees is going to be trying to get some damage, but they're down a support. And OP Knees takes a bunch of damage. He's going to end up falling. And we're going to see TK Nuck does get one pick, looking for more. But Marietta is going to end up falling in this fight. And it's another win for Saginaw Valley State. And they are starting to get frustrated from this. They have to be able to retake this point, and we're seeing that Saginaw Valley State is adapting, bringing out the Sombra, and that's been working very well. About to have their ultimate online. But now the point's going to be tied. Marietta has to go in to try to capture it, and we're going to see ultimates coming out. For everyone. A lot of damage left and right. Here comes the Life Leader Tree, the EMP, but Marietta catches two, looking for more, gets the stun on the Sigma, takes him out, and they are starting to win this fight. They're going to start capturing the point. Saginaw Valley State will get it to 88%. Now Marietta just needs to hold to take this map. And we're going to see there's only the Tactical Visor that's ready for Saginaw Valley. Marietta does have a couple ultimates. They do have Bob. They do have their Graviton. So this could be final fight. Marietta has to win this to keep their playoff hopes alive. Gonna go for the Dynamite. Does connect. Here comes the Tactical Visor. And there's the Bob to put some extra pressure. And here comes the Gravitron Flux coming out, trying to disrupt as much as possible. And all four of them end up falling. It's just the Sombra that's left. And they're going to take her down. Marietta will take the first map. And you might hear the cheering going on because that is a huge win for the Pioneers. Play the game is going to go to Mamba on the Ramatra. So Marietta will take that first map 2-0. So a great job there by the Pioneers. And we're having a little bit of issue. Hold on, there we go. Yeah. We're having a little bit of tricky difficulties here. I think I had too much stuff running on my PC, so I might need to do a couple of things to make it easier, but great job by the Pioneers. So that's one down. They need to win the next two to guarantee the playoffs. So they're going to be picking, choosing games and maps And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very quick break as I try to make sure the cameras are working properly and everything is set. So don't go away. We'll have game 2 in just a few minutes if I can find the right button here. So don't go away. We'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. We are getting into the second game here. It's going to be Eichenwald for the map here. Therefore, it's going to be hybrid in this case. Marietta will be starting on defense, and there has been a bit of a change. Stout Vessel will be coming in for TK Nuck on DPS. Because they're playing on different computers, when we go to Stout Vessel's perspective, we're not going to see his face, unfortunately. It's just, I need a 6 camera, or either that, I need to adjust my OBS to include, like, mug shots of everyone or something. But right now, I don't have that set up. But we're going to have this match set up here. And interesting composition for the Pioneers. Mamba going to be bringing out the Reinhardt this time. Stout Vessel is going to go on to the Bastion. And OPNs will be playing May. Meanwhile, interesting composition coming out for Saginaw Valley. So it looks like we're going to see a Diva coming out here. for Saginaw Valley. Meanwhile, Naz is going to be playing on the Echo. Already taking some damage. I'm not so sure how that happened there, but... And we're going to see a Kiriko and Mercy for support. But also we're going to have a Bastion as well. Now, once again, Marietta needs a 3-0 to get into the playoffs. Guaranteed. They could still get there. Oh, it's a very interesting setup here. Flying over like that. And I don't know, Marietta might not have been ready for it, but they're going to be charging right in, using the Maywall to isolate. And we're already seeing the Kiriko ends up falling. Mamba's going to be charging in and taking out. I would say Juggernaut actually takes out the Echo. OP Knees going to be looking to take out that Mercy, using the Maywall to isolate the Mercy. Mercy does get taken out. There is no mercy for Mercy. And Marietta is just pushing them back to their spawn point. They are going to have to reset. And as like I said, South Vessel is playing on a different computer. TK Nuck is not playing, which is why there's no one sitting in the chair, which is okay. But you know what? We got Juggernaut's computer camera working. Let's take a look here. It's apparently not working. Oh, never mind. It's working. So let's give Juggernaut a little bit of screen time here. Spots out the Echo. And Marietta is going to use that AoE heal and going to be pushing right onto, takes down the Ana, using that Maywall very well. Tries to go for the res, does get the res off on the Ana, but it is going to be all for naught. OP Knee's going to have to be using the ice block to stay alive. But once again, Marietta is winning, but we do see Mamba try to take down that Reaper. Is like, no, you're not going to C9 us. We're going to make sure that you can't capture the point. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remain in the round. Mamba's going to be looking to get a charge on D.Va and gets a big hit. Takes down the D.Va and Baby D.Va, and there's a huge shatter with the fire strike that takes down 1 and 2, looking for a third, does not get the Reaper, looking to take him out. He's gonna teleport out of there, but a huge play there by Mamba. Another Maywall to isolate the D.Va, getting it very low, now down to Baby D.Va. Baby D.Va does end up falling. They do spot the Reaper. They're going to try to get him very low. A couple ultimates are online. Marietta actually has 4 ultimates. They've only used the 1. Immortality Field is going to come out to keep Mamba alive. But we're just seeing this composition working so well for the Pioneers. They have the Blizzard. They have the Artillery Shell. They have whatever that big beam is for Juno. They have the Amplification Matrix, or what I call the Giant Window. And here comes the Glacier from OP Knees. Going to go into turret mode. It's a 1-for-1 trade. They do swap over to the Ramatra, but South Vessel is able to take him out. Death Blossom does take down 2 of the Pioneers, but OP Knees is just going to punch him in the face. We see the Junkrat come out in the Zenyatta, so a bit of a composition change there for... a bit of a composition change for Saginaw Valley State. Shatter is online once again, but Marietta is still holding. Trying to use that shield to block the damage. Going to go for the charge. Misses, cancels it to go after this Ramatra in a 1v1 fight, but Mamba getting very low. Has to pop that shield to stay alive. He's going to get healed up. Here comes that Amplification Matrix. But right now, not getting a whole lot of value from it, but do see the Reaper from behind get spotted. They're going to try to take him out. And there's a big shatter once again from Mamba. Looking for a follow-up. Does not get the charge. South Vessel going to be looking onto Ramatra. Does get taken down from Ramatra's ultimate Immortality Field. Trying to keep everyone up. But right now we're seeing Saginaw Valley State popping their ultimates and win the fight. And OP Knees is the only one that survives. And it's going to be just enough for Saginaw Valley State to actually capture into overtime. So it's going to be another 2.5 minutes. So the round isn't quite over just yet. But that might be the exactly what Saginaw Valley State needs. They did had to use a couple ultimates to make that happen. So they were able to get that one final push. And here comes the Artillery Shell from Saginaw Valley State. Going to try to get some damage onto that Ramatra. Here comes the Riptire from Naz. And you're going to see Mamba trying to shield that. And takes down Naz. Ekin Looter does end up falling in the process, and Juggernaut's extremely low, so I have to fall back out. But the Glacier's going to come out, taking down 1, looking for 2, gets 3. Style Vessel with a 3K to stop this pursuit. That was a huge blizzard from OP Knees, and Style Vessel was able to clean house. So now 1:20 remains in the round. We see Reaper teleporting on top side. Death Blossom's about to come online. So Marietta has to be aware of that. And we see Naz has swapped over to the Tracer, just trying to continue to push the payload. Marietta will be looking to contest it just to prevent movement. Less than a minute remain in the round. Can Marietta hold? There comes the beam. And Stout Vessel and Ekin Lunar do end up falling. Juggernaut using Immortality Field, but it's not going to be enough. Mamba extremely low on health. He does not have any support, so he's going to end up falling. And now Saginaw Valley State is going to be moving along. Marietta's winning fights, but they're struggling a little bit. And we'll see if they can get another push. They do have a couple ultimates ready to go. OP Knees is going to swap over to Ash. But now they're going to be starting to move in. And Artillery Shell is going to be online. So many ultimates coming out. But a huge 3K there from the Death Blossom from that Reaper. OP Knees trying to keep it up. And I think he's going to hold. Is he going to hold? He's extremely low. He's going to try and take down this Juno. Artillery Shell's going to be coming out. And he does get the pick. And oh my goodness. And Marietta is going to hold the line at the second checkpoint with that 1v1. Oh my goodness. The Reaper just did so much damage. It was just all into OP Knees. And we have to say it again. OP Knees is just OP. Able to hang on and win the fight. So now all Marietta has to do is get the payload to this point, and they will take map 2, but they have to get there. Once again, they must win 3-0 to guarantee moving on to the playoffs. And you can see the hype, even if the camera is lagging for just a little bit. I might try to see if I can help out a little bit, maybe close a couple programs I don't need running right now. But yeah, if they can get the payload right there, they will take this map. So let's see what kind of composition. Mary's going to go with the same thing as before. OP Knees, I think, is finding out that the Ashe is working very well for him. So he's going to stick with the Ashe in this case. Meanwhile, we're going to see Saginaw Valley going to stick with the Ramattra. I think they've had the best luck with the Ramattra overall when they pop into Ultimate. We're going to see Snoopy staying with the Reaper. Naz going to go with the May, trying to use the wall mechanics that Marietta was able to use to isolate someone and finish them off. But they're going to start charging in. And we're going to see a little bit of damage coming out. A couple of fire strikes. And we see Mamba's already at half health. Needs to get topped off. OP Knees taking a lot of damage. Is going to have to be mindful of that. Does not want to get taken out early in these fights. Looking to take down the May. Has to pop the ice block. And Snoopy already ends up falling. And Juggernaut's going to fall to 1-for-1 trade. But Naz ends up falling too. So right now, Marietta's ahead numbers-wise. And we're going to see 2 more end up falling. And Marietta's going to be able to capture the point. Gets a team kill very early on in this round, which is huge. Saginaw Valley State had to get it to overtime. So they got over 5.5 minutes to get this payload over to that next checkpoint. But it's still going to be a ways to go. So we're going to see, they're going to try to buy as much space as they can. Naz does end up falling, and Marietta is going to continue to push as much as they can, actually taking the tower themselves. Reaper extremely low in health. Ekin Lunar does end up getting the kill. We see Juggernaut getting a little low, going to get topped off by Ekin Lunar. but they're going to be looking for some plays here. Stout Vessel and Mamba just trying to buy as much space as they can. They have so much real estate, but Stout Vessel does end up falling, so that's going to force Mamba to fall back, stay at the payload so it continues to move. And Esports Lunar is going to get taken out. Meanwhile, OPNE is trying to take down Tracer. Not going to have a lot of luck with that. Immortality Field does come out to try to keep everyone alive. And that Ramattra ultimate is going to be online. So right now the payload is stalled with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remain. So Marietta has time trying to get some damage out, but they're getting flanked on both sides. This Tracer is being annoying for the Pioneers. And here comes that giant beam from Esports Lunar and try to keep everyone topped off as they're going to move that payload. They do take down the Ramattra before he's able to pop his ultimate, which is huge. So Marietta is going to be able to continue the push. And we see the Reapers up top, maybe looking for a Death Blossom, but it's not online just yet. Juggernaut's going to be looking to take him out, at least get a lot of damage onto him. Pulse Bomb comes out, does not connect. Mamba takes down the Ana, and Marietta is going to continue pushing that payload. And they got less than 4 minutes to go, but they're making really good progress on there. Juggernaut continuing to put that pressure onto the Reaper, who's looking to teleport in with that Death Blossom. And here comes different ultimates out. Juggernaut does end up falling to Naz. There's that Death Blossom we were talking about. Teleports in, but OPNE does take down the Tracer. Is going to fall back. Marietta has plenty of time. The payload is very close. They have 3 ultimates online. So I see OPNE is going to fall back here. Just breathe for a second. They have the time. Trying to get a big hit onto the Dynamite's going to be doing a little bit damage to that Reaper as well. And they're going to rotate around and maybe looking to just go straight through the castle. And there's that Ramattra. Oh, Bob's going to be coming out to try to help Stout Vessel. Ends up falling. So much damage is going out. But Mamba's going to take down the Ramattra. Go ahead and see if they take out the Reaper as well. Does end up falling. So it's a 3-for-2. And Mamba's going to be charging in, but going to have to cancel that. Trying to get some damage onto Tracer. Fire Strike does not connect. Nas is very low on health. So Mary's got to regroup. 2.5 minutes remain in the round. They got to get the payload to that point. They have to get this if they want that 3-0. They've only used Bob. They still have 2 ultimates ready. So they've had plenty of time, but now they're going to try to get onto the Ramattra. Here comes a Shatter. I don't know if it really caught anyone, and Tracer is trying to catch from behind. And 2 have fallen. This is Marietta's opportunity because OPNE takes down 2, looking for a 3rd, trying to take down the Ramattra, get very low. Mamba ends up falling though. Going to have to push Tracer back. Does take down the Tracer. Now he's going to be looking for that Ramattra, who's out of his Omnic form. Yeah, he's going to pop it back up. Going to have to launch away. OPNE throws out the Dynamite. He's got to avoid. Here comes the beam right at the nick of time from Esports Lunar. Can Marietta use that momentum to push the payload in? It's a 1-for-1 trade. They're coming back out, and we're seeing Mamba swapping over to the Orisa. Reaper ends up falling. Mamba going to take down 1, but they're still trying to hold. Javelin does not connect. Naz is going to SD. So now Mary's going to push. They're going to try to push this Juno off here. Has to keep the Ramattra away. Gets him to about half health. And they're trying to push. They can, keeping everyone off. Here comes the Death Blossom, but Mamba's just taking all the damage. There goes the Juno trying to finish off the Reaper. They do push the Reaper. They're going to try to push that 0.12 meters. Minute 5 remain. They have plenty of time. And right now they're trying to get them down, and Marietta will take map 2. Oh my goodness, so much went on there. Those last couple seconds. Play the game is going to go to OPNE. We got to watch this again. It's got to be that, well, it's this play right here, taking down just several from the side. There is the beam. The Death Blossom comes out, throws out the Dynamite. In all honesty, though, I think the play of the game was really that 1v1. But still, Marietta is just now 1 map away from securing the playoffs. As we've been saying all night, it's been the story. They need a 3-0 to guarantee the playoffs. They are 1 game away from securing that. And it looks like we're going to see a bit of a roster swap here for Saginaw Valley State. So they're going to be making a couple of changes. I don't know if Marietta's going to be making some changes themselves, but this is a critical map here. Like I said, they win, they are guaranteed in. If they don't win the next map, they could still move on, but it's out of their hands. Of course, they still have to win the whole thing too, but right now they are psyched up. They are talking things over, and they're going to be going over how do we secure this. It is going to be push. So they're going to have a very good team composition. They got to win those fights. They got to be able to push that robot, but they're going to be getting things set up. So we're going to take a small breather as we're waiting for things to get set up. So don't go away. It is match point for the Pioneers. All right, and welcome back. We are getting to the third game here. It is going to be Runasapi it is match point for the Pioneers. If they win this, they will move on to the playoffs. If they don't win, we'll have a map 4 and maybe a map 5, and the playoff potential is still there, but it will be out of their control. It will be determined by someone else, but not us. But the Pioneers want to be able to control their destiny. They want to get this map, and they're going to be ready for it. So we'll see what composition the Pioneers are going to go with. As a reminder, the way push works, there is this giant robot right, well, they're not right here, but it's going to be right here, I think. Wait, no. Wait. Here. Right here. There's the robot. And Marietta needs to push the robot in the other direction. So we're going to see Marietta going with a similar composition before, except Mama's going to be on the Reinhardt this time, using that shield, because what we saw last time was keeping OP knees up. That was huge for the Pioneers. So here we go. They're going to be charging in. And Mamba might have got a little too far ahead of himself. But they're going to start fighting onto this bot. Damage starting to fly here and there. And we'll see what this composition change does for Saginaw Valley State. Because they are going to... Marietta does need to get this win. They are hungry for it. They want to go to the playoffs. They do see the Reaper teleporting in. And OP Knees gets taken out from backside. The Marietta has to be aware of that. It is a 1-for-1 trade. DPS or tank. And they do take down the Venture as well. So they're forcing Saginaw Valley out. So they're going to push the robot as much as they can. This is about who can push the robot the farthest. So the more they can push the robot, the more time they can take from the clock, the better. So already see less than 9 minutes remains in this game, which is a long time for a game like this. But Marietta just needs to continue winning those fights. Ekin Lunar going to help with taking down the Ramacha. Kill goes to Stout Vessel. Trying to keep everyone up. OP Knees does swap over to the Cassidy. Not having as much luck from the Ashes as he's hoping for. Trying to get some damage onto the Juno. And they will start pushing again. Marietta getting those picks. Stout Vessel getting a pick. Naz going to swap over to the Mercy. And going to try to just keep everyone alive from a distance. And get a little bit of damage himself. Marietta will continue to push. Has to break through that Ramatra shield. OP Knee staying with the bot so it continues to move. And we're going to try to take down that Reaper. And we're seeing a huge shatter from Mamba. Looking for more. Trying to go after the Mercy. And no mercy for Mercy. Although we do see... Oh, and a big charge there onto the Venture to avenge Ekin Lunar's death. So that is a team kill for the Pioneers. They're already past the first spawn point and working their way towards the second. If they get to that second one, it will be GG. So can Marietta continue this momentum? Once again, as a reminder, that is not Stout Vessel. He is on a different computer. We do not have a 6 camera. We need to get that at some point. But we're going to see... Saginaw Valley State does reclaim the bot, but Marietta's going to be pushing back using that turret, and the Lifeweaver is coming out. Marietta did have some struggle with it in the first map, but going to use that platform to their advantage. It can be used by both sides. And Marietta's going to contest that robot, so just using it more of the clock. Deadeye is available. OPD is going to be looking to take down this white Lifeweaver, and does get the Lifeweaver. And now looking for the Reaper, but it's going to have to fall back, taking some damage. Gets healed up by Ekin Lunar. And Marietta has 3 ultimates available. OPD takes down the Reaper. Why did I move the camera at the last second? I don't know. That would have been an awesome kill to see. But Saginaw Valley State takes their robot back. But that's fine. That just eats up the clock. But here goes another shatter. An artillery shell is going to be coming out for Stout Vessel, looking to take down this Lifeweaver, and does get it with the artillery shell. And that is 3-4 down. And Marietta will continue to push that robot once again. They are just dominating this map. You can tell they can almost taste the playoffs. They just got to push a little bit more. OPD is going to be looking for that Deadeye play. But here comes the Coalescence. Opinies already takes down one. We're going to see a charge onto the Reaper, getting some damage out, but Coalescence isn't going to do a whole lot. And Opinies is actually going to take down the Moira. And they're going to be taking down the Orisa. Deadeye is going to finish off the Orisa. Going to try to finish off Lifeweaver. And a big Death Blossom comes in at the end. A huge play there by the Reaper. And Mamba's going to be like, let me take you out there. But they were so close to finishing it. But a huge Death Blossom by Snoopy Doopy will delay that for the Pioneers. So now they're going to have to fall back. Now, they did have to burn a lot of ults. And what I mean by that, I mean Saginaw Valley State. Marietta's going to have almost 3 ultimates online for this next fight. And here comes the Amplification Matrix. They already just delete the Orisa. Immortality Field is going to be coming out. And Marietta's going to be pushing forward, trying to keep up Stout Vessel. And he's going to stay alive. The supports have fallen. Stout Vessel's going to be looking to take down the Reaper, who goes into that Wraith form and will finish him off. And Marietta will continue to push that bot back over to Saginaw Valley State side. 4 minutes and 45 seconds remain. Right now, Marietta has a huge advantage, but they want to finish this fight. They want the playoffs. Here comes the Riptire. Marietta's got to fall back and respect it. You can hear it coming, but they don't know where it's coming from. There it is. But it does not connect with anyone, which is huge. The charge is going to be coming out. And here comes the beam. There's a shatter. It connects with several. And 2 have already fallen. Mamba's looking for more. I will get the Brigade. So that's 3 already fallen. And Marietta will continue to push. Can they finish this? They are just so close to 3-0ing Saginaw Valley State. Can they do it? They're just trying to push, but they're having to fall back. They're getting very low in health. They're just inches away. Literal inches. And there's already 2 that's fallen for Saginaw Valley. South Vessel with 2. They're going to continue to push. They're going to make it to the playoffs. They just got to take down this Brigade. And they do with a punch. They get the team kill, they get the map, and they get the playoffs! Pioneers get the 3-0 victory. Play of the game goes to Stout Vessel, which he's not on the camera because he's playing on a different computer. That's TK Nuck, but they're still cheering him on. They're like, yeah, let's go. They're cheering for him because he got play of the game with that huge play at the end to secure the playoffs. So congratulations to the Pioneers. I was so stoked. I forgot to put in the score. Hold on, let me get this updated. There we go. So congratulations. That is our 4th team that will advance to their respective playoffs for the fall 2024 season. A dominating performance by the Pioneers. The destiny was in their hands and they took it and they won. All right, so great job once again. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break and we're going to get an interview with one of the players to congratulate him on qualifying for the playoffs. So don't go away. We'll be back with that post-game interview in just a few minutes. right, and welcome back. So first of all, introduce yourself to everyone who's watching.
Hello, it's me, Braden again. Stout Vessel. My face was not on the camera, but I was still in the game.
Yeah, since we did not get you on the camera, we had to get you at least some FaceTime to everyone. So first of all, congratulations.
Yeah.
Not only did you win, not only did you get a 3-0 win, but you have guaranteed to move on to the NECC Regional Divisional Playoffs. How does that feel?
It's great. Like, honestly, coming into this game when we heard that we had to 3-0 them, it kind of just lit that fire that we needed after that previous loss that we took. It was a heartbreaker, but now that we're able to sit here and actually say, we made it! It's a great feeling, and I think we're going to have to continue carrying that fire on into the next games to come.
Yeah, so talking about that loss that you had last week, so what are some of the things that you guys worked on to prepare for this matchup?
One of the main things was communication, and then I guess just staying together and grouped up. As you've seen in that last match, we needed to stay closer together and not be so separate so we weren't just like plucked away like apples off a tree.
Yeah, and I noticed like in that first map with Antarctica Peninsula, it got a little scary there because, I mean, you took the first round very easily, but it seemed like you guys struggled to adapt to what Saginaw Valley State was doing in the second round, so Argo had to call the timeout. So what were you guys talking about in preparing for that third round?
During that time, it was kind of just hey guys, we lost our grip a little bit, let's get a handle back on it, bring up the communication some more, and make sure that we bring home that next map. Yeah.
Then we got to talk about, so you got the win, and then you get to Eichenwald, one that we haven't really seen on stream, but I'm guessing you guys have scrimmed it a couple.
No.
You have not even scrimmed it.
We might have a few times, but that was a while ago. As of recent, it was kind of just, it wasn't one of the maps we were hoping for, but yet we came, we showed up, and we just destroyed them, demolished.
Yeah, I know that 1v1 that OP Knees had there in that first round, holding the line, holding the door. I know there's a lot of hype with that. We might have heard a little bit from that through the stream. But then going into push.
Yeah.
Like, that critical, knowing it's you win, you move on, you lose, maybe, you don't know.
Yeah.
What's on everyone's thoughts?
We just knew that fire needed to stay there. Like, we just need to keep pushing it and then bring home that win. We took that early lead and then we just kept pushing. As the game implies, we managed to hold. We thought out, we knew the strategy, and we just gunned our way forwards. Literally gunned
with, especially some of those really good artillery shell plays that you made there. And I have two more questions for you. Yeah. So I think one of the interviews we talked about back was just kind of your experience as a first semester freshman in the esports program, but now first semester freshman playoffs, your first semester.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that feel for you?
That feels great. Like, one, I wasn't really fully expecting to be able to go this far, knowing how many of us are freshmen on the team, and then the idea of like how our season has been patchy in some spots. But this morning, before even walking in, I kind of just I knew that it's like, oh, we got this. If we don't, we still got this. It was kind of just that thought in the back of my head that I just kind of I knew that we had it. Because we've had a rough game here and there, but that's normal. But we've continued to improve. And I think that when playoffs comes, we'll continue to get better even more. All
right. So then the last thing is there anything you'd like to say to everyone who's watching?
Thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to all of us that are playing. And I hope that you continue to watch, especially when we go on to these next few games. And give us your best wishes as we hopefully take home the championship.
All right. Once again, congratulations on your victory and your playoff spot. And we'll continue to cheer you on in the postseason.
Yep.
But all right, that's going to be it for us here for today. Thank you so much for watching. Once we get all the times finalized, we will get that out on social media. So if you are not following us on social media, this will be time to do so, where you can follow us here on Twitch, X, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. So please be sure to do that so that way you know exactly when all four of our teams are going to be playing in their postseason rounds. Shoutouts to all of our supporters again, and shoutouts to all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. We truly appreciate your support, and we hope you have a wonderful evening. Have a great night.
Bye.